Om Namo Narayanaaya. Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhanaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Harihi Om. Suswagatam. We are studying chapter number 4 of Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavan is beautifully explaining to Arjuna and through Arjuna to all of us. The topic is very subtle and profound. What is the topic? A person, if follows a karma yoga. What is the karma yoga? We all must 24/7 should remember these 4 points again and again. The first, selfless action completely. Every action should be selfless. Second, no attachment to any action in life. No attachment to any action in the life. Third, no attachment to the result of the action. No attachment to the result of action. And fourth, when the result comes, we should be able to accept it with prasada buddhi. That means no insistence on any result of any action. If a person understands this 4 important principles of karma yoga and follows very uncompromisingly, absolutely uncompromising is the nature of this person, then the mind becomes absolutely pure. With this pure mind, this person, when listens to that knowledge, which is the self-knowledge, sitting at the feet of Guru, he or she gains that knowledge and experience the self on its own. Experience the self on its own. Such a person, how does he live the life? That is beautifully explained by Bhagavan in now the verses which we are discussing. Verse number 21, let us just recap. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. Bhagavan said in the verse number 121, how is the mind of this person? Nirashi. Again, we should focus on this beautiful aspect. No hope about gaining any happiness from the world of object. There is no hope at all. So this aspect is extremely important, and every seeker should continuously reflect over it, introspect our own mind, that am I trying to gain happiness through the world of objects? And if we are honest, then we will know yes. So then one must understand purity of mind is not reached to that extent where it should be. So these are the important measures which we all can understand by right direction which is given by the Lord to every one of us. Next important point, it is said tyakta sarva parigraha. Then we have seen what is mind actually. So whatever which we see as an object and as an so-called as possessions, they are all acquired things. But there is one subtle thing which creates this possessiveness, and that one entity is called as ego. So this person has renounced that ego. This person has renounced that doership of action, which is the prominent characteristic of this ego. Then, having renounced that one entity which is responsible for every wrong action, every wrong notion, then what happens? If there is no wrong notion left in the mind and intellect, then even though such person acts in this world, kurvannapnoti na kilbisham. Even though this person acts in the world but does not incur any sort of dirt, any sort of mala in the mind at all. Now, verse number 22, which we were discussing, let us read that also. Yadruchalabha santushtaha dvanvatito vimatsaraha samasiddhava siddhaucha krutvapi na nibadhyate. Bhagavan is telling to Arjuna the secret that how this person has reached, and now how does this person sees the world and acts in this world. Even though he acts in this world, but nothing can bind him now at all. How is it so? So yesterday we discussed quite in elaborate way about yadrucha labha santushtaha. Now let us focus on this word called as labha. What is called as labha? Labha is gain. Now, from our common standpoint, we are looking continuously for some gain from our action. Think about it. And what is that gain we actually want? So if we reflect over it, what do exactly I want from my action? So for a common person, the answer is name, fame, power and happiness. Name, fame, power and joy. Happiness means here joy. Joy, that which is from the world of objects. This is what actually we, think as well as want a gain from our action. So, Bhagavan has warned us much before in the second chapter how one should act. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. Sukha dukkhe same krutva. Similarly, labha alabha same krutva. That means our mind should not be on the gain which is called as selfish gain. So how should be our mind? Our mind should be karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That should be the right attitude of the mind. How? My complete right is only in my action. And Bhagavan has already indicated as well as warned to all of us. What is that? No result of any action is in anyone's hand except the controller. So, again and again, if we understand this, the result of action is not in our hand at all or not in the hands of any being of the world. Please understand, there is no being in this world which actually has a capacity to give a result to your action. It appears that somebody is giving good thing to us, somebody is giving bad things to us. It is only an appearance, but it is the direct result which is coming from the controller through that person. So, that aspect one must able to reflect continuously, that how my mind should be. My mind should be karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Let us not think about result, and if the result comes, how to accept it? Then Bhagavan beautifully says how to accept it. It is with prasada buddhi. Let us develop this prasada buddhi. Swamiji, we try our level best to develop this prasada buddhi. But what? No, but our Lord should give us some concession. What is this concession? Concession means our near and dear, they should be with us, and as and when we want, they should all help us, and as and when we want, they should act as per our own convenience. And that's how the Lord should give us this concession. This is a very wrong way of thinking, my dear. Nobody in the world comes in this world because of your wish. Think. Nobody comes in this world just because you wish that this person should come. No. And nobody can go because you wish him to go or you wish him to not to go. Both things are not possible. See, that means one who comes and one who goes is because of the whole nature's cycle, which is controlled by the almighty intelligence which we understand as God, Bhagavan. Now just see, simple example if you understand and focus. Twice in a year for some trees, or for some trees it is once in a year. There are two important aspects which we can see. The flowers which comes only once in a year, or flowers comes twice in a year for some trees, some plants. And there are so-called as shedding of leaves for the trees once in a year or twice in a year for some trees, once in a year and twice in a year. Is it happening because of your wish or my wish? Think. Is a plant bearing the fruit, it is because of your wish or my wish? No, my dear. So if we understand that, let us not have this wrong notion that my wish should be fulfilled always. It may happen that your wish will be fulfilled because of your own credential, but it may not happen that few of your desires or wish may not actually gain a right result. Both times, how should I be? Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labhau jaya jayau. Both times I have to maintain my complete balance of the mind. Swamiji, you don't understand. This is the only problem now. 24/7, why should you continuously insist the balance of the mind? No, that's not good. Continuously one only point. Give us some concession. Monday, my mind should be whatever it can be. And Saturday also. And Sunday to 100%. This is not a way. So, this is how our mind is. We always want some convenience, as convenient as for all of us. But we don't understand, Bhagavan is talking about supreme reality. And if you want to be there, then there is no compromise possible. Please note it. If you want a common life, then anyway we keep doing compromises. After few action, we have to compromise. Why? Because we have, so-called as got this habit that without compromise there is nothing. No doubt. But when we want supreme, then supreme sacrifice is required. And there is no compromise possible there at all. And therefore people, most of us, find it difficult that at least give us some space. Swamiji, nowadays every relation requires a space. Why can't Bhagavan understand this also requires a space? Bhagavan says you take as much as space you want, but then don't ask me for supreme. Okay. So this word we have understood now, labha. See, every word one has to reflect over. that labha, what am I expecting? What labha, what gain I want from my action? Till then you come to this point, I don't want anything through my action, but I do my action from the source of my inner joy. And that is where you have reached to the completeness. Every action from the source of real joy and not for the joy. So, when this is possible, that person has realized the self, then alone, no doubt, this is possible. So, yadrucha, two levels. First, it is a level of sadhana. Try deliberately, yadrucha labha santushta. Try. Tell your mind, a mind, what? Yadrucha labha santushta. Who said to you? Bhagavan told me. Whatever comes, I have to accept. Chup! Shut up. If you ask me something, I won't answer. Shut up. Deliberately, I am just joking it, but deliberately one must able to do it. Everything first is deliberate attempt. Think about it. Everything. First attempt is always deliberate, even though you do not want, we all did not want to go to school. It is for sure. But our mother and father, with their compassion and with their discipline attitude, they have really pushed us. And therefore, what we are today, because of their discipline, because of their deliberate effort to push all of us into the school. See? So, first level, sadhaka level, yadrucha labha santushtaha is sadhana. Is what? Is a deliberate attempt. But for that person who has reached, for it, that's a nature. Now hope it is clear what is important point in it. First, it from the sadhaka standpoint we have seen, and another from the standpoint of that person who is called as man of wisdom. Dvandvatito vimatsaraha. Now one word, these are beautiful words. If we reflect, it's a joy, oh joy. Dvandvatitaha. This word we are going to take now. Dvandva means duality. Atita means go beyond. To go beyond. So that person who has gone beyond the dvandva. So again, same approach we can have. For a sadhaka, it is a sadhana. What? To grow above the dvandva. So Bhagavan has given us a good support for it. Verse number 14, chapter number 2. This is a support for the dvandvatita. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkha daha agama payino nityaha tantitikshasva bharata. What is the direct support given by Bhagavan? Arjuna, develop your titiksha. That is a support. What is called as titiksha? Tolerance power. Tolerance power. So, whatever pratikula, anukula, whatever happens, we have to be able to take it with a right spirit. So, yesterday I introduced one word which is called as sportsmanship. This sportsmanship is a very important aspect even in the spiritual life. Because this word is very well known and familiar to all of us. Therefore, we should be able to put it in our understanding. That sportsmanship. So, what we should understand as a sportsmanship? A person called as a player, called as a sports person, called as an athlete, whosoever is on the ground, that person has to express one's own talent to the best of his or her capacity. and not continuously keep thinking about the rank, this rank, that rank, gold medal, that medal. No, it is not only a medal, it is how best you can perform. So, from that we can bring one beautiful aspect. Can we have this sadhana and keep asking to all of us, am I the best version of myself today? What did I ask? Am I the best version of myself today? Now you will understand. If we are honest, then you will know, oh, am I really or am I not? So the best version is what? It is like Puja Guruji says beautifully. He says, a path of perfection is always under construction. That means it is not that the best version you have reached and there is no chance of improvement now. No, it is not. There is always chance of every one of us, for every one of us, for improvement. So please understand, those who get stuck up with what? They get stuck up with their own understanding that no, this is what now I can do, and furthermore is not possible. You have blocked your so-called as right thinking. You have blocked your great creativeness. You have blocked your unlimitedness by your limited thinking. Please note it. We all fall in this category some or other day. So you can imagine now, it's a great fascination to understand our own mind and to look at our mind and to really motivate and inspire our own mind. And therefore Bhagavan says in 6th chapter, Uddharet Atmanatmanam Na Atmanam Avasadhayet Atmaiva Yatmana Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. Bhagavan has given clear indication in chapter number 6 that one must strive hard every time to really lift this mind. And if we do not do so, then this mind actually falls down to that very negative level and becomes our enemy. But if you can lift that mind, that same mind can be our best friend. So can you just imagine, or can you just think now, that whenever you feel miserable, if you feel sad, if you feel lonely and so on, that means please do not think that somebody should come to me and give me a support. Bhagavan is all compassionate. He definitely provides us the support, but he also wants all of us to strive hard when you get the support. And please note, there is no one in the world who does not get the support, who did not get the support. There is no one in the world. Therefore, to understand the right support, please don't expect support every moment or off and on. That's the point one must understand. Let us not be so weak that continuously we hang on to the supports. Okay. Dvandvatitaha. What is the support Bhagavan has given? That every experience which comes in the life, no doubt experience will come because of the union of our senses as well as the sense object. And it's a natural phenomenon. Nobody can stop it. Think, can we stop the transaction with the world around? Is it possible? It's not possible. So transaction when happens or will happen, then transaction is between only two things, our sense organs and the sense object of the world. So Bhagavan is telling this is a continuous process, this is a continuous natural phenomena. So when this happens, experience will come. What are the experiences? Sukha, Dukkha, Adi. So all that which is called as different sort of pairs of opposite will come to every one of us, whether that person is ignorant or whether that person is enlightened. Both person will get the experiences which are conducive, which are non-conducive also. So what is our understanding should be? Our understanding should be, knowing this experience, we should able to analyze no experience is permanent. First point. Why? Because the experience is gained because of the association, union of the sense organ and sense object. So they cannot remain always together. Why? Because both of them limitations, both of them are limited and both of them have limited powers also. So sense organ, even though wants to hold on to the sense object, it cannot, because it has only limited power, so it gets completely drained and it leaves on its own. Just imagine, if somebody wants to eat some very nice sweet item, how much that person can eat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he drops. No, I don't want. Now it's over. What happened? That the sense organ has given it up. Please understand, therefore every experience which comes is impermanent, is for short time. Therefore the answer, the solution given, tolerate, increase your tolerance power, titiksha. And if we can do it, dvandva atitaha is possible. See how simple and direct it is. That Bhagavan has given a sadhana and Bhagavan has now said this person reaches here, dvandva atitaha. So this person crosses all pairs of opposite of life. What does we mean? What is called as crosses? He is above all those experiences. Even though experiences come, he can manage it without disturbance at all. Vimatsaraha. Matsaraha is called as something which is very negative, jealousy. That's called as Matsaraha. So how does it come? So Matsara is only possible when we have this attitude that I only should be the best. This is a fantastic, and this always a mind is very funny, carries a very funny notion. I should be the best. Always everyone should praise me. Everyone should appreciate me, and so on and so forth. Everyone should be good to me. Oh my dear, it is not possible. It is not possible. And such attitude if we have, then only we experiences which is called as Matsara. When we have this attitude and we do not get it, then we feel jealous about those who get it. Think about it. Therefore, please do not fall into this category which is called as Matsaraha. Let us grow about this. Understand, my complete attention should be on my action with the best of my capacity. And let us not have this attitude of comparison with anyone. If I have to compare with anyone, let us compare with our own every moment response to the world, action in the world. And that action, that response should be better and better, better and better. It can be better and better, and improvement is possible to limit less extent. Okay, so Vimatsaraha, this person has grown above this so-called as attitude of jealousy. How is it possible? Bhagavan says, this is a great secret. How it is possible? Samasiddhavasiddhaucha. This person is completely balanced. In what? Here Siddhi means success. Asiddhi means called as failure. So success and failure, when a person treats from the balanced state of mind, when a person accepts it from the balanced state of mind. See, I'll tell you, one must understand, failure is not the final so-called as aspect of life, and neither the success is the final ultimate aspect of life. Yes or no? They are the part of life. They are not the ultimate thing of life. Please note it. There is a life which is much above this success and failure. Because this success comes and goes also, and this failure also comes and goes also. So why should we get so much, so-called as depressed by the failure, or so much get excited by the success? Both are not required at all, because both will not allow us to put our best in our action. So, understanding that my attitude should be to do the best and not continuously focus on the success or the failure. Success and failure are the part of life. They are not ultimate. Please note it and keep it in our mind. Success and failure are not ultimate. Bhagavan, how is it possible to be in such a balanced state? Arjuna, do you remember something? I have spoken about it in second chapter. Bhagavan, your expectations are too high. First you say Nirashi, you should not have any hope. How can you hope this from us? Oh Arjuna, you are ultimate. You can think in any way. But okay, let me tell you something very important. I have told you, Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya Samasiddha Siddhya Siddhyau Samokrutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. See, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. What is called as yoga? Establishing in a complete balanced state of mind. One's mind, when get established in the balanced state, that is actually called as a yoga. How is it possible? Now just imagine how Bhagavan has given an indication. Yogastha Kuru Karmani. Every action should be from the standpoint of yoga, that is called as karma yoga. And in the beginning only we have enlisted what is important aspect of karma yoga, or what are the principles of karma yoga. Yogastha Kuru Karmani. Every action should be from the standpoint of karma yoga. And specifically Bhagavan said, Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya. Let us not have this attachment to the action or the result of action. By renouncing the attachment to the action as well as by renouncing to the result of action, one must able to ready to do the action. then only it is possible to put our mind into the complete balanced state. And then if we do the action, krutva pina nibadhyate. Even though such person does action but does not get bound by the action at all. Swamiji, what is called as bondage in action and what is called as freedom in action? Okay, think about it now. What is called as bondage? When the action becomes compulsion for us. Without that action, I feel incomplete. And this incompleteness I can't tolerate, I can't digest, so I have to do that action. And that is called as bondage. When action becomes compulsory, action becomes action which makes us slave. The object which makes us slave. Without that object or a person, I am not comfortable. I am not complete. I am not happy. This sort of feeling which is called as bondage. What is the freedom? When no action is compulsory. And having not done the action, there is no feeling of incompleteness at all. So, no action can make this person slave. No object can make this person slave. No person can make this person slave. No. Nothing can in the world can make this person a slave or do compulsory things at all. So, one who has grown above all the compulsions of body, mind and intellect. There is no compulsion at all left behind in this person's mind now. Such person is the man of wisdom. Such person is a man of wisdom. Having taken up the action, he does not get bound by the action. Bhagavan, how does this person reaches to that level of liberation? Can you please add some more aspect, more light to it? Okay, Arjuna, let us see now this new verse number 23. Gata sangasya muktasya jnanavastita chetasaha yajñāyācarata karma samagram praviliyate. Very beautiful aspect Bhagavan is now telling to every one of us. See, let me first tell you, Bhagavan is telling what is the state of mind of this realized person, enlightened person or man of wisdom. Now first let us understand before understanding the man of wisdom, be more clear of the mind of a common person, a ignorant person. Swamiji, did Bhagavan mention about it? Yes, Bhagavan has very well mentioned. Chapter number 2, Dhyayato Vishayan Pungsaha Sangasteshopajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammohaha Sammohat Smruti Vibramaha Smrutir Brahmshad Buddhinashaha buddhinashat pranashyati. This is the mind of a common person. How? Common person continuously broods over object. Please note it. Continuously broods over people and their actions, and continuously goes into a past and broods over the experiences of the past, good and bad both. This is the state of a common person's mind, brooding over such things. Having done this aspect, the mind reaches to this level now. If you do not have that, then you continuously want to have it. That is called as sangastesha upajayate. That is gone away from me. Why it is gone away from me? I want it. That person I should have, and that person should be with me. That object should be with me. Such sort of so-called as insistence is called as complete ignorance. And when this person does not get what this person wants, krodho bijayate. Then you see the Rudra avatar of this person. My God, and how people get completely bugged up by little thing, and how they throw tantrums we all have seen. Oh my dear, this is called as common mind. Ask one question. Is anyone in this world is happy with such mind? Is anyone peaceful with this mind? Not possible. Happiness and peace is a very long story for such mind. And therefore, for all of us, those who want that ultimate peace and that ultimate bliss, choiceless, we have to follow the words of Bhagavan. Think twice. Yes. So let us take up this verse next time, but reflect over today's discussion. Wherever you are, sit in a right posture. Check your every limb of the body. Let it be comfortable. See to it that your facial expressions are pleasant. Your eyes are gently closed. In general, there is no discomfort at all. Give a command to your BMI for next few moments. No disturbance at all. Let us focus our mind's attention on the breathing process, where air comes, fills our lungs, moves out. Observe with one pointedness. Quickly, your mind will gain this complete attention and remain focused. Let us turn this focus towards the discussion of today's session. We have seen how for a person who is a seeker, yadrucha labha santushta is a sadhana, is the spiritual practice. What is the support? Every action should be done by deliberately giving an indication of sukha dukkhe samekritva, labha labhau samekritva, jaya jayau samekritva. Then, with this attitude, you do the action. Let us not have this tendency of gaining any selfish motive from our own actions. Generally, we fall prey to expect particular result from our own action. There is a cause of disturbance. So slowly follow the principles of Karma Yoga and make your action totally selfless. Dvandvatitaha, going beyond all pairs of opposite. We have seen Bhagavan has given us good support for this sadhana. What is that? Matra sparshas tu kaunteya, shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha, agama payino anityaha, tan didikshasva bharata. O Arjuna, develop this virtue called as titiksha, quality called as titiksha. What is that? Whatever comes to you, you endure it, tolerate it with your willpower. Then no experience can disturb you. Knowing the impermanent nature of experiences, we should be able to grow above them. This is the way to go beyond all the pairs of opposite. Vimatsaraha. Jealousy will only remain in that mind where we have this attitude of I only should be the best, I want that best, no other person should get that best, and so on. Continuous, there is a comparison with people around. If such is the attitude, then there has to be this negativity called as matsaraha, jealousy. Because whatever we want, if we do not get it, but someone else get it, then we cannot stand it. We cannot digest it. and that develops this negative attitude called as jealousy. Let us remove this wrong notion of comparison, competition, but put our mind on this aspect of sportsmanship. Do our best and leave the rest. Samasiddhava siddhauja. Follow the principle of yoga, that is karma yoga. Do every action with an attitude of detachment. Similarly, by renouncing the result of the action and accepting the result at prasad, mind remains without any disturbance. It gains that strength which is called as equilibrium. Let us strive hard. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Om Namo Narayanaya.